Like many, I spent most of my adult life chasing something. I have enrolled in many workshops with the idea that they would make me achieve something. And there was always this tendency to go outwards, to run towards something, to step into something. And lately, thankfully, with this work, with this exploration of the nervous system, the biofield, and how everything really works inside me, I had this beautiful exploration. And I saw myself pulled by my arm, by my left arm, pulled to go somewhere. And in my image, in my mental picture, there was the kindergarten, I believe. And I wasn't necessarily not wanting to go to the kindergarten. I wasn't necessarily hassling about that. I just needed a minute. I felt rushed. I felt like I needed to sit down, and instead I was pulled because we were late or something. And this picture is something quite innocuous. I mean, I've seen this many times in many different contests. A child pulled by the arm to go towards something or somewhere. So thankfully, I was guided into going into that rushing into the picture. And as we do in my line of work, we really take seriously what the body says, because the body is the part that remembers. The body is the part that recollects everything. And so what we did was just go inside. And I felt the need of sitting down. So after feeling that rush, after feeling that almost pain to be pulled and go out from my body, I could let go of that pull movement and sit. And then the anger arose. It was a very explosive anger, like the one toddlers have, the ones that we call tantrums. And of course, back then I wasn't allowed to have a tantrum, but I could have a tantrum now as an adult, supporting my younger kid, my younger version of myself. And I could finally feel the anger. And the anger wasn't about not going somewhere or not do something. It was about being listened, being respected in my own time frame, in my own body, in my own boundaries. We know we are, we learn that we need to achieve things. At school, you go from one subject to another subject, and then a test, and then another thing, and then you go home, and then you need to study. Can you feel that? Can you feel in your body my voice going in really annoyingly, pushing you, pulling you, pushing you, pulling you? And that bloody push and pull, pardon my French, is been part of my life so much that I didn't know what being resting in myself felt like for ages. And so my friend asked me to be more of me, stop hustling, and feel the flow of my feminine, just be able to swirl, to jiggle, to be funky, to be gracious in my own time, in my own space. And the simple stepping out of that rush made me see things with such different eyes. It's been now few days that I am on this feeling of calmness. And that doesn't mean I'm not doing things. Actually, I'm doing more. I'm getting to places faster. But I'm not rushing. I'm not hustling. And this is especially important today because I was wondering about abundance. We have been trained that abundance comes from hard work, that we need to give more. We need to hustle to deserve. And then today this message came in. Abundance isn't something you chase. It's something you let land. Your job is not to strive. Your job is to learn how to feel safe in your body. Your job, my job, is to create that attachment with your inner child so that that inner child can feel safe enough, can sit down, can feel the anger, can throw a tantrum without being judged, without being ashamed, without being forced outside of it, snapping outside of it just because the random adult around us wasn't trained enough wasn't capable enough to support us. So our job now is to be able to be that adult, to be that person that really loves us to the point that creates that safety that will allow us to receive our own soul, our own vibration. This is a vibrational work. This is the work beneath the work. Regulation, releasing and returning. There is no performing to receive, but there is the letting the body become the place where goodness can rest. It's not about mindset, but it's about resonance. Of course, your words are also part of the resonance, and of course the mindset will change the resonance. But we can't just apply a mindset in the same forceful way we would rush to something else. Because as soon as you rush, your body stops feeling safe. And even if your mindset is abundant, even if your mindset is clear, your body is in full fear. Your body is in full adaptation, survival. So it's about safety. It's about trusting your system to hold more without rushing, without collapsing. Abundance is not about having a lot of money in the bank. That's one part of it. Abundance is feeling joyful. Abundance is to feel loved. Abundance is to feel that you have a lot to share with the world. Abundance is about embodiment of who you really are. The bank account will follow. And I've heard these words many times before that, and I was actually getting really angry with everybody that was talking about abundance. Because it felt like I needed to do something else. I needed to rush somewhere else. Whilst instead, I just needed to go within. I just needed to be safe within. Abundance isn't something you chase. It's something you let land. Your job now isn't to try harder. It's to feel safer. That's the root. And once your system knows it's safe to expand, the abundance you already magnetize will finally have space to stay. This is the full message. And I am so grateful for this message. And I am grateful I can share this with you. If you feel resonance with this message, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.